Welcome, ghouls and creatures of every kind. We have finally made it to spooky season. Today you're going to find out what you can expect during the month of October. So we have 3 different decks for you to choose from. Whichever one calls to you, that is going to be your group. We're going to try to get as much information as possible with different decks and many cards so that you can get as much information as possible to know what is coming in for you. Okay, so the timestamps are down in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. So, let us see what your October is going to be like. Okay, so you got shine brightly, stand out, be proud, individuality. So you might be coming across situations where you'll be deciding to sort of stand out from the crowd, maybe even amongst your friend group. It's like something is calling you to be more authentic to yourself, maybe to change your style, to speak up, to have your own sense or vibe about you, right? Because maybe you have been influenced by others or acted or dressed as those around you, and now it's like there's this itch, there's this hunger inside of you that you want to not stand out in the sense of like popularity or for the cool factor, but more so for yourself, to be proud of who you are, what you want, to just stand out from the rest so that you don't blend in, but you're your own person. Okay, so that's what October could be bringing out from you. Or this might be something that you are expected to do. Right? Because the planet doesn't need clones. It doesn't need NPCs. It needs real, authentic people. Okay, so you got sadness. This could be also a time when things shift, right? Because number 5 tends to be a shifting number. So it is possible that there will be people that walk away from you because you're starting to change. Because your authentic vibe isn't going to blend well with their type of vibe, right? Whether it's fake, toxic, dramatic, whatever it is, it's gonna rub off on them the wrong way, and they will want to walk away. And this could be friendships that have lasted for over decades, right? Because your authenticity doesn't match whatever they have going on. So you might have to say goodbye to some people. Some people may just ghost you and you might not get the closure. This could also be figuring out what it is you want to do and deciding to quit a job that has really sustained you, that has made you thrive, but that didn't speak to your heart, that wasn't authentically for you, right? So there will be some sort of sadness that comes out because of a change that is occurring. But remember not to resist, okay? Every type of change that comes into your life, especially if it's beneficial in the long run, it could be kind of chaotic, it could be dramatic, but it's like things need to break apart, shift, and move in order for something better to come in, okay? Anything of value doesn't come in just peacefully and gracefully. It comes with a lot of chaos, because things have to break down and be cleansed away in order for something better to be built. Okay. Okay, so you got love. Okay, the first thing that I'm getting here is that someone in your friend group might have prevented you from connecting with someone or even finding love in general, because their presence and aura sort of like pushed that opportunity away from you because of how they are. Okay, so don't forget that even if you are different from the people around you and you think that just because you're into affirmations and manifesting and things like that, that things will come in good. It doesn't have to be that way if you have toxic people around you, because they could be limiting your opportunities just from their energy. That's why you have to be careful who you spend your time around, who you give your energy to, okay? Because those people might be preventing you from your success or from finding love. So by saying goodbye to these people, you might start to see that opportunities start to open up for you. Oh, you got Aries energy. So this could be an Aries person that comes in, someone that has their sun, moon, or rising sign in Aries. This could also be a time in October that you need to start taking action. You need to start taking control of your own life, standing up for yourself, shining brightly, right? Because an Aries doesn't want to be a wallflower. Okay, we tend to try to live life in the fullest, okay? We might have a sharp tongue and people might see us as bossy, but it's just we know what it is we want and we go for it. Okay, we're not going to go around the topic, we're not going to take the scenic route. It's like if we know what we want, we take that shot. Okay, so it could be telling you to stop being indecisive and go for it. Communication is key. New Moon and Gemini. So remember that any tough situation that comes up, majority of the times, just by communicating you can solve your issues. Okay, so many people, they hold back, or they're worried about talking to their partner or their friend about a topic, but it's like if you know that they love you, they have, your back and things like that, it's like, why the fear? And sometimes people, like I've seen this many times on Reddit, where they ask for some sort of help or insight regarding a topic, but through what they wrote, by reading it, you can tell that communication isn't something that they even thought of, when it's actually important and could be beneficial to the situation, right? So remember to communicate your feelings, communicate what it is you want, communicate how you feel, and even ask the other person questions and things like that. So you also might be getting communication in October from someone that could come in with some sort of love opportunity. Especially since it's a new moon, this is someone new. So not someone you knew before, not an ex, not someone from your life or whatever that, you used to know. This could be a totally new person. Got your theme. So October will bring in a lot more clarity, possibly a lot more focus for you. It's like for the first time you're going to start seeing things, because the clutter will clear up or disappear. Okay, so things will be a lot more easier to sort of see, and you could be making a lot more informed decisions because of that. You got to teach, inspire others, and let nature be your greatest teacher. So remember to be authentic, right? Because nature is always authentic, it's always honest. So be honest with yourself, be honest with other people, and don't worry if you do start losing people because of your authenticity, because you will gain others that are more authentic and that will fit your vibe, okay? Okay. Okay, so during the month of October, there is, see, you got the Three of Swords, so there is some sort of sadness, some sort of heartbreak, or something heavy that will weigh on your mind. But with the Queen of Wands, it is, I'm hearing that how you react will define the type of person you are, right? So, and not just the type of person you are, but what you get in the future. Because if you're going to be dramatic about it, and it's okay to grieve or to feel your feelings, but do it in a healthy way, right? If you're going to be dramatic or petty or things like that, then what you get in the future is going to be low grade. It's not going to be high quality. Okay, you want to move as the high priestess. You want to be mature about it. You want to have a clear mind with this a theme here with this dagger, right? You want to have a clear mind, focus, and move through the situation with maturity and grace. Okay, it's okay to feel what you feel, but whatever is coming, you need to be stronger. Okay? Underneath the deck, you got the Ace of Wands. So new opportunities, new artistic endeavors, passions, just the potential of something better will come out of this heartbreak or sorrow, whatever this is for you. Now let's get some charms. Okay, so you got a secret. You got live, believe, at, always. You got the seahorse, which is a symbol of creativity. You got a feather, and you got the pacifier with green. So this could be that either either if you are pregnant, it could be a boy, but because it's green, it has more of a feel that something natural or creative is being birthed within the month of October, okay? Oh, you got Lee. Secretly, maybe? Always. Live secretly. Always believe. Maybe at living secretly. So this is a message for some of you who make plans, who are creative, create content, or have projects that you work on. don't give it away, okay? If you're still working on something, don't tell anyone about it. If anyone asks you what you're working on or whatever, just tell them just some project, right? But don't give in any details, because you never know what sort of mood the person is in, what kind of energy they throw your way, and it could jeopardize whatever you're working on, okay? So always keep things to yourself until it is until you actually put it out there in the world, right? So if you once you post it, once you hand it in, or, if this is a job thing, whatever it is, after it is out of your hands, that's when you can inform people about it and things like that, okay? Just don't ever tell them what you're working on while it's not even begun, especially, or if you are currently still working on it, okay? With the feather here, again, it is telling you that some message will come in for you during this month. It could be a text message, it can be a phone call, someone reaching out. And yeah, there's creativity, so something being birthed, something creative, authentic and natural being birthed during this time. And it's with this teach card here, it's possible that it's connected with the shine card, that maybe once you start living authentically and honestly and being more creative and expressive with your look, your style, your clothes, hair, whatever, it's possible that you end up inspiring other people to do the same, right? Because that ripples out of you. They start to see your style and think, oh my gosh, that person looks amazing, their vibe and everything. It's like, I want to be that authentic, right? So then they start, maybe they'll, at first, maybe they'll copy you or experiment with a style you chose for yourself, but eventually will lead them to experiment with other styles and maybe find their own, okay? So don't be a follower, be a trendsetter, okay? That is all I have for you for this month here. I wish you guys luck, and remember that I do personal readings. All the links and everything will be down in the description box below. You can also pick up your own deck of the Sea Life Oracle that I created. And don't forget to check out the memberships where you can get different perks, where I will be posting possibly more personal things, like maybe pictures of my dog, or maybe some recipes, or maybe prompts or something that we can partake in if you're a creative person. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So let us see what you can expect in October of 2025. You got Earth Magic, Nature, Rituals, and Charms. So spending more time in nature, possibly since it's a little more cooler. Hikes are a lot more comfortable. Creating your own rituals, or going back to some rituals or some sort of schedule or something that you had before the heat of the summer. Enjoying yourself in your surroundings, especially if you love autumn and the different colors, right? So just being more present in the natural world and connecting with the earth. You got selling out. Oh, so this could be a warning to some of you. Let's see what else you get. You got fear. Okay, so some of you are acting out of fear. Maybe you're selling out because you think that this opportunity that comes your way is the only opportunity you're going to have, so you end up sacrificing more than what you would benefit from by choosing this. But I would urge you to not make that decision, okay? Because making decisions out of fear will get you stuck in a place that you don't want to be in. You got water. So the energy of water is present here. This could also mean that someone with the water element, like a water sign, comes in. It could also be saying to release certain emotions or traumas that you may have built up over the years or had from your childhood. Oh, and you got fire. So there is some sort of balance taking place in October. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. And you got fire again. Your advice here, path. Wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. So this could be this fear and selling out here and the hard work. This could be career oriented. So it's telling you to not sell out and go on the path where, the whole 9 to 5. It's like you're choosing a job that guarantees you money, right? And especially if it's a good amount. But you end up selling out. You end up sacrificing your sanity, your soul, or whatever it is. But this is telling you to go on the path less traveled. Go on the road that so many are afraid to go on because it is unpredictable. Because there's something about you that you do have the skills to open your own job, or even to apply for a job that isn't mainstream in the eyes of society, right? Like that isn't, I'm not saying that it's rare, but like something with fire. So something, this could possibly be something creative, right? Maybe opening up like a tattoo shop, or even, if you do have the skills, like even if you just are at the front desk, right? Working for a tattoo shop, or being a graffiti artist for the city, right? Because sometimes they'll pay you to do like murals or something outside. It just feels like you're meant to do something that is different than the typical jobs out there. And this fire and water here, it's giving me the vibe of balancing yourself, okay? Of not choosing things out of fear or worry or stress, but balancing yourself and going down a path that your soul calls. Okay, fire energy is Aries energy. It is that go-getter. It is choosing something and sticking to it, but knowing what it is you want. Okay, not choosing out of fear, not choosing because others are telling you to, because other people don't know you. They don't know your soul. They don't know your heart. Okay, so choose what it is that will make you happy in the long run, not just today. Okay. What is coming in for you is going to be steady and it's going to be mature, okay? With the Queen of Cups tends to be that mature energy of expressing yourself, your feelings and emotions in a healthy way, right? Someone who can control themselves, who is who's stable with themselves, okay? And the Knight of Cups tends to be a dreamer, energy that comes in slow and steady, right? So with these two combined, this is something that is coming in, or someone that is coming in, that could be emotionally balanced, that knows how to express themselves, that knows how to control their emotions, that has a steady and sort of graceful energy about them, or just the opportunities that come during that month are going to be steady but sure. Okay, so don't rush things out of fear or try to make them happen. Okay, whatever will happen is going to be slow and steady, but that's why it's going to be legit. Okay, because whatever this is going to be something deep, something that isn't shallow, that isn't quick, but something of value. Okay, and it's going to require you to be patient, but it's also going to change your perspective on certain things, which is beautiful because this is like almost soulmate energy, right? The difference that a lot of people can't seem to understand between twin flame and soulmates is the fact that the word twin, right, it means a copy of you, but that is a mirror reflection. And twin flames aren't exactly meant to be with you forever. They're only there to show you what it is you need to change about yourself. And they don't typically try to help you change, to your greatest potential. They tend to enable you, even if it's your toxic behavior, right? Because they're your twin, they're just like you. So when they enable you, they're technically enabling themselves. Soulmates, on the other hand, they will challenge you. They will, not that they're going to change you, but they're going to help encourage you to become the greatest potential, the greatest person that you have deep down inside. Okay? By being with you, they're going to help you declutter that baggage and whatever it is inside in order for that greater part of you to come out. Okay, so they are more of a challenging force, but it's tough love, right? They come from a good place. So this is sort of like a soulmate energy. Even if this isn't, for some of you, this might not be romance. This could be career-wise. This could be friendships, any aspect of your life. So fit it in wherever it resonates for you. But this is going to be, I'm hearing thought-provoking. It's going to shift your perspective. Even the way you see things, how you see it, could change through this, whatever this is coming. But this is going to be truly deep and even spiritual. Okay? So let us get you some charms. Okay, you got divine, dream, he, I. You got the good luck charm and a star. This is amazing. As long as you don't sell out, as long as you don't work with fear, but trust and love in nature, in the divine, in trusting the process and allowing things to unfold naturally, you are going to be lucky. Okay? Even if there are struggle, because of course, whenever you go the unpredictable path, there will be struggle. Nothing will be easy and laid out in roses, right? Struggle is expected. But if you move through the struggle with grace, with balance, and by controlling your emotions, you are going to be lucky, and the wish fulfillment will occur. Okay? This divine dream, I, seems like if this is someone that is coming in for you, this is someone that you have been dreaming about. Someone so divine, or that the divine is sending your way. Because it's time. Okay? Especially if you have been working on yourself. If you're the type of person that actually builds yourself up, not egotistically, but with humbleness, with grace, right? Then you will be matched with someone so divine. This is going to be someone with depth, someone spiritual, and it doesn't have to be religious if you're not a religious person, but spiritual in the sense of like, the divine, with depth, with true soul. Okay, this isn't an NPC energy. This is someone that truly connects to you, not just sexually, not just emotionally, but with spirit. Okay, where it feels like breathing is so, how breathing is so natural. That's what it's going to be like with the two of you, okay? It's going to be so natural that it's not going to be hard work. True love isn't hard work. Yes, I'm sure there are compromises and things like that, but you guys are going to move as one. And this, like I said, this doesn't have to be a person, doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a job. This could be something that comes in that has more depth for you, that does more for your soul than just the money. Okay, maybe it's the amazing coworkers. Maybe it's the job itself, that you're working on something that is truly beneficial for others, that makes them happy, that I don't know, changes their life, whatever it is. Okay, so there's depth that is coming in for you, and a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of creativity here. Okay, so group 2, that is all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have. And don't forget to check out the links. I do personal readings. I offer memberships, where I will start to post a little more frequently now that it's autumn, and I can focus more. So check all the links down in the description box below, and I will see you guys next time. Hello group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let us see what you can expect in October 2025. You got reconnect with Mother Earth, plant, garden, harvest. So this is the time for harvesting, right? If you do have still things growing in your garden. And reconnecting. Perhaps many of you have disconnected from nature altogether, through life's race and, goals, projects, family, whatever it is. You sort of abandoned her. But she is calling you back, okay? She's telling you that there are messages she wants to give you, their visions or insight of some kind that she has available for you, and you cannot get it until you reconnect with her. Okay, so spending some more time in nature, going on hikes or sitting by a stream or somewhere in the forest and maybe meditating or just looking at the scenery around you. Being in nature is a form of de-stressing. Okay, no one is going to be stressed beyond belief while they spend time just being absorbed in nature. Okay, so get back to her because she misses you and she does want to reconnect with you. We got cycles. Okay, so for some of you, in October, you might find that you are going through a similar cycle as you have before, And this could be life testing you to see how much you have learned, how much you've improved, how much maybe more mature you've gotten, right? Because when we go through the same things as we have before, we are different people than we used to be, right? So this is life sort of testing you to see, have you learned since the last time this thing came around? Okay, how are you going to react? Are you going to be dramatic again? Are you going to be aggressive and throw a tantrum? Or are you going to take a deep breath and process things thoroughly? Okay, so it could also be reminding some people that whatever they're going through or will go through in October, to keep in mind that this is just a cycle, right? Nothing can always stay great. Sometimes we do need the struggle, not just in order to build something better, but also to shake things up and to evolve. Because we don't learn from good times, we learn from bad times. We ascend, we grow from the struggle. It's like a plant. A seed is put into darkness and it doesn't flower in the beautiful sun. It has to struggle its way through that darkness, through that dirt, in order to come up to the surface and then start to flourish, right, and thrive. So you have to remember that. You got sacrifice. Okay, so either you will have to sacrifice something, and not in a bad sense, okay? Sacrifice, the word sacrifice tends to have such dark meaning, but this could also mean that in order to get something beneficial for the long term, you will have to sacrifice something. For example, group 1 had this issue where it's possible that, let's say, your friend group, or just one friend, let's say, or even a parent or a sibling, whoever, their energy might be preventing your success, right? So the sacrifice could be that you have to move away, or you have to disconnect or put up boundaries in order to have your peace and your opportunities available to you, right? So some sacrifice might be required depending on your journey in life. Okay, you got Gemini here. So Gemini energy, number 3 with creativity. If this is an artist here that is trying to make it, the sacrifice for you might be sometimes sacrificing going out in order to work on something that could benefit you in the long run, right? To work on your skills, to work on that project. So you might have to sacrifice, going out every week or spending money and crap you don't need in order to buy that equipment that will benefit you for the work that you do, right? So some form of sacrifice is required here. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Okay, so it could be a sacrifice of a friend group. It could be moving away. It could be selling something like your sports car in order to buy something that you really do need. Something that is more essential and beneficial, right? But releasing negativity not only in your surrounding, but within yourself as well. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Do you put yourself last all the time? Do you call yourself names when things don't go well, when you think you failed? Right? It's like you have to be careful on what you put inside your body, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally. What thoughts you're thinking of. You got the reed. So this here is a balance, right? The woman in the image here, she's holding two orbs, let's call them. One black, one white, right? She's blindfolded. So this could be that either you are going to have to choose a path or an option, or for others it could be that you need to balance yourself. Okay, you lack the balance. It's like you're too focused on something but forget something else. So for you guys, especially since you do have the Reconnect with Mother Nature card, it's possible that you have been too ingrained and connected with the everyday hustle and society and your phone and doom scrolling and things like that. So you're out of balance, and that's why things haven't been great, or you have been struggling a lot, because you need to get back to nature and rebalance yourself in order for things to move and shift more smoothly. Okay? Now you got two advice cards here. You got light. Look to the space between the trees for answers. So sometimes the answers are not going to stare you right in the face. Sometimes you'll have to read between the lines. Sometimes you'll have to look at the body language. Sometimes you'll have to not just focus on the tree, but look at the whole forest. Sometimes you'll have to focus on the smaller details rather than everything that is shoved up in your face, right? So take your time to dissect, to look, to notice, to see, because you don't know where the answers are, but they're everywhere around you. You just you have to reconnect with the spiritual. And I'm not like talking about religious, I'm talking about like spiritual, the divine. Okay? It's going to guide you. Your next message here is hope. An idea like a single acorn can start a wondrous forest. So basically, it's like a seed, right? Planting just one seed can grow something amazing. And that doesn't just mean like physical things, but even in your mind. For example, let's say you have low self-esteem, right? And you struggle with confidence. Your small seed could be standing in the mirror every morning, before or after you brush your teeth, and looking at yourself, your own reflection in the mirror, and telling yourself, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are worthy of love and greatness. And saying these words while looking at your own eyes. Okay, it can be difficult. Maybe you'll feel stupid, or maybe you'll start to cry because nobody has ever said those words to you, and now you have to face yourself and say them to yourself. That is a seed. You're planting a seed in your mind that if you do this every single day, it's going to be so natural for you that your mind is going to believe it. Okay, and you're going to feel better. You're going to feel worthy of more. Okay, so do this every day if you have to. But that's just one example. Another thing, if you are someone that procrastinates and can't seem to find the time or the motivation to finish something or work on something that you wanted, you don't have to do it right away. Don't put pressure on yourself that it has to be done today. Okay, your small seed could be doing, even if it's 5 minutes of that work, but that at least gets you ahead. Okay, and every day working on 5 minutes, maybe 10, maybe 30 minutes, depending on the stages or how much motivation, inspiration you have, it's going to start building up, and before you know it, that seed is going to be a forest, right? So don't put pressure on yourself. Reconnect with Mother Earth. Okay, trust her guidance. I'm hearing what you can expect in October is emotional support. So either someone will come that helps you deal with something or even connects with you emotionally. Or if this is a situation here, it is saying that things are going to stabilize, especially if you work with Mother Earth. Things are going to stabilize and you're going to get a lot more focus. Yes, you're going to get a lot more focus in order to define what is reality, what is fantasy. You're going to be able to see reality from illusion. Okay, because perhaps you had certain ideas of things you wanted, of things you thought of, what you need or whatever, but you're going to start like stepping back and thinking, wait a minute, that was just a fantasy. That's not rooted anywhere in reality. Like there's no way I want this or I need this, right? So you're going to start to see the truth of the matter, okay? And underneath the deck, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So things are shifting. This is the cycles, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to shift. Things are moving along. Okay, let's get some charms for you. You got the letter P. So someone possibly with the letter P, like Patrick, Patricia, Patty, Prince, Patrice. Someone with the letter P might be coming in for you. You got gentle, believe, let as. Let gentle believe as. The message I'm getting is be gentle on yourself. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't stress yourself out. Be gentle. And believe as feels like believe as you are. Okay, your most authentic higher self is going to know to believe in truth, to believe in what you're meant to believe in. Okay, not something you're influenced by, not something that someone else has told you, not something from some book of myths and legends that comes from some church or place of worship. This is your most authentic, highest self, and that is truth. No matter how ugly it looks, truth is what is most important. And when you focus and function on truth, there are so many people that are not going to like you, that will try to spread rumors, that will try to bring you down because they don't function in truth. And this, I'm not talking about your truth, their truth, I'm talking about the truth. So group 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If you need more clarity or guidance on this topic or any other, I do personal readings. You can find all the links down in the description box below. You can also become a member where you get free monthly readings. Okay, if you need more than one, you'll get discounts for them. So check out all the links down in the description box below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this reading and want to be updated on future readings and posts that I put up. I hope you enjoy your October, and I'll see you next time.